It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins, and it's all up next.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated in the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking here for Smith downfield, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hurts. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 19 yards from Miles Sanders. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Ready.
Second down, Gaskin. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line. 3.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mostert trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Gaskin. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Gaskin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after a report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And even though they've got the lead, they're like...
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march.
Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. His throw incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he will slide down with a good gain. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, a pretty important sequence here, CD. They were trailing in the second half. The interception gives them the opportunity, and the field goal gives them the lead.
And what a clutch play. You love to see guys come through like that. Now it's their game to lose. Time to get back out there and come through with another big stop.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run the option here with Hurts. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Ready, set.
2nd and 15.
Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this a 9-point game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. And my goodness, another interception. picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
2 now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
And that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go. The ball ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 16. 46 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. In front.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.